Hey, what's up guys? New tobacco review. Today we're talking about a Savanelli tobacco, which I have never seen anyone do review on yet. This is the Black Cavendish, Mr. G's Black Cavendish, and I picked this up from pipesandcigars.com, $9.60 for this tin. And the reason I got it is because I wanted to try different aromatics. It is an aromatic, but I've never seen anyone talk about Savanelli tobacco. Of course, I've seen Savanelli pipes. In fact, I'm going to be smoking it in my Savanelli honey bent Dublin here, which is awesome. But yeah, just something kind of under the radar. It doesn't get a whole lot of publicity, so I wanted to try it out. Same price as most of the tinned tobaccos. 50-gram tin, which let's see if they have any other things on here. Just, you know, straight, they have Savanelli's contact information here. Let's see. Yeah, it just says Mr. G Black Cavendish, right? And there's a sticker on the front that explains what the tobacco is, okay? Which is basically Black Cavendish, Virginias, and Burley. Okay, now it says fruity Virginias and nutty Burley because they have this inherited flavors. You know, most Virginias kind of taste on the fruity side. A lot of times Virginias will bring sweetness to the party, kind of. Just natural things that these certain tobaccos happen to possess, okay? So yes, Virginia's, Burley, Black Cavendish, of course, because of the name. And there is a topping on here, or flavoring, which is chocolate and vanilla combined. So, sounds pretty good. When I think chocolate and vanilla, I think of a black and white cookie. You know, those big old fat, cakey type cookies, which are delicious to me anyway. Most people look at it and go, I don't really like that. I like blah, blah, blah. But I can appreciate pretty much all sweets. I like it all. But yes, I always like black and white cookies, and that's kind of what I'm thinking of, right? So I cracked the tin open. Let's see what we got for a smell out of the tin. It smells good. To me, the first thing I pick up on is a fruitiness and chocolate. I don't smell the vanilla right away. Now, because I've read it and I know there's supposed to be vanilla in there, I don't know if it's mental or not, but as I'm smelling it, I'm trying to find it, and I do smell it. But if you didn't know, like I didn't have an explanation of what it was, and you were just handed this and say, smell this, what's it smell like? It smells like fruit and chocolate. Like chocolate-covered berries. Like tangy fruit, not like sweet, like not like bananas, you know, or some kind of a bananas. I don't know. It smells like a tart fruit, like citrusy type fruit stuff, and chocolate. I mean, it kind of smells like chocolate with trail mix. If you ever got a trail mix pack, you know, or some kind of a, you know, mixed stuff like that, like a granola bar that happens to have chocolate in it, that kind of a thing. Sweetness, fruitiness, and chocolate. Okay, so when I pop this open, you'll see, like a lot of aromatics, you have predominantly dark Black Cavendish in there. You do get some different lighter tobaccos. Okay, as you can see. It's kind of a ribbon cut here. A little bit more on the coarse side, but it smells pretty good. So I'm going to pack this Savanelli pipe with my Savanelli Black Cavendish, Mr. G's Black Cavendish. And I'm going to go outside and smoke it, and I'm going to come inside and tell you what I think of it. So I will do that right now. Actually, you know what? You can stick with me for a minute while I load my pipe up. Let's see if I can do this so you guys can see what's up here. All right, here's how I've been loading pipes lately. There's really no right or wrong way to do this, but basically I take a pinch. Let me make sure, there we go. And I loosely drop it in the bowl. Take another pinch. I keep doing this until it fills up. Okay, then you just kind of lightly pack it down. And I generally do this 3 times. Okay, you don't want to pack it too hard. Get a nice little pinch. Lightly pop it in there. Pack it down. Now, as I pack it down, I kind of roll over the edge like this. If I give you this view, I come around and I roll in. This kind of helps to kind of twist it together. And once I get kind of a firm but springy pack, I will go around in that circle deal, which I showed you before. So now I'm kind of to the top. It's still a little springy. I don't want to pack it too hard. Then I put my thumb over the top like this, and I kind of go around in a circle and twist it all together. And the purpose for that is kind of binding everything and kind of interweaving them. So when one strand of tobacco is burning, it kind of is touching another one, it lights that one, that kind of thing. And I do find that this is a pretty good method. so that it doesn't go out on you very often. But of course, it depends on how wet your tobacco is or dry, how the wind's blowing. I mean, there's a bunch of different factors, but anyway, that's pretty good. Then turn it upside down, give it a quick little tap. Nothing's coming out, so it sprung up a little bit on me, but that's pretty much it. That's my packed bowl. See, it's not overflowing. It's about maybe 5/6 of the way up. You know, it's not popping out the top because I'm leaving a little bit of room, because once you light that up, it will start to expand a little bit. Then, of course, you tamp it back down and so forth. So forth and so on. So, yes, love this pipe. Gonna try the tobacco, see if it's any good or not. Got a little softy bit on this, which I've been getting used to using. If you happen to rest the pipe in your mouth, the softy bits are good. However, most of the time I'm not really resting my mouth. If you're not using a softy bit, I found I've been doing this lately, is if I don't have this on the pipe, and it's like a nice pipe like this, I don't tend to, like, most of the time when I'm smoking, I hold it and I kind of, you know, bring it up to take a draw. And I try not to use my teeth. I try not to clench it. I don't need to actually hold it in my mouth all the time. You know, I'm not doing anything with my hands where I have to actually put it in the mouth and kind of leave it there, you know. Generally speaking, I'm holding it. So instead of putting it in the mouth, clenching it in the teeth to draw in, I just barely put the end of the bit between my lips, you know, and puff away. Now the cold draw or pre-lit draw, basically once your pipe is packed, you can draw through. First of all, to check the draw, make sure it's not too tight or too loose. What I mean by that is if it's too loose, as you draw in, there's no resistance whatsoever. What that means is when you light your pipe, you're not going to draw a lot of smoke in. It's too loosely packed in there. If it's too tight, if you really pack it down, it'll be too hard to suck through. And you kind of just get, there's no real way to teach you that except for through experience. But, you know, you test in the draw, and you kind of get an idea what it tastes like without lighting it. And this kind of tastes, I taste a lot of the burley, actually. So, we will see. Sweet, sweet Savanelli. I like their pipes. I don't know if I'm going to like their tobacco. We're going to find out in a minute. So that's pretty much it. I'm trying to do some of these shorter videos because, I mean, I want to get the point across of my opinions and stuff, but I don't need to fill it up with a bunch of footage and random backlinks and stuff like that. I can sum it up, you know, pretty quickly. I will do some longer videos, but I want to do a bunch of these shorter reviews. So anyway, that's it. I'll be back as soon as I'm done smoking this pipe. And let's see, I had my little Zycar pipe lighter somewhere. Now I have to go find it. That's probably my jacket. All right, I will be right back. All right, guys, I am back. Not a long smoke for some reason. That bowl only lasted like maybe half an hour. I usually get like 45 minutes to an hour on that pipe, depending. But overall, it wasn't that bad. Honestly, it's kind of like just medium across the board with everything. It's not awesome. It's not horrible. I would really recommend it for a first smoke if you've never, you know, tried tobacco before, pipe tobacco rather. I think it'd be a great place to start with aromatics. Very mild, not offensive. It burned cool. You know, that's a huge plus. It's very comparable to, I'm trying to think of the name of it. True Value tobacco. They come in a clear bag. Sometimes it's like a big old bag. I got some of the 2-ounce pouches that were super cheap. It's very close to that, only did not smoke hot. That stuff, like the True Value chocolate, I actually made my own mix. I mixed their chocolate and vanilla and called it, you know, black and white for black and white cookie. And that tastes pretty good. It's okay, but it burns way too hot. So it's something I have to really, really smoke slowly. I think this tastes like that, very similar to that, only you taste the burley in this one a lot more. I'm not a huge fan of burley, but it's not overly offensive. I've had blends so far that have been predominantly burley blends, and it's just like, ooh, it's not for me. That's all. It's not my particular, you know, favorite flavor. But overall, I think it's pretty good. Like I said, definitely would recommend this for a first smoke. If you've been smoking a pipe for a long time and you've tried a bunch of different aromatics, this one's not for you. I don't think you should waste your time with it, honestly. It's not going to offer anything you haven't had before. But the big plus with this one is it was very smooth. It seemed to burn fast. It doesn't seem dry at all. But it did. It burned fast in the pipe, but it burned clean, nice and easy. Only relit it like 2 times. And yeah, it's pretty good. Very happy with it. Not my, blow me out of the park kind of tobacco, but I certainly was not dissatisfied by any means. So that's all. Just want to do a review on the Savanelli Black Cavendish, the Mr. G. Mr. G? Yeah, Mr. G Black Cavendish. So to recap, if you've never had an aromatic before, or you just want to get into pipe smoking, maybe transition from cigars or cigarettes, whatever you want to try it, this may be a very good place to start. And you can get an idea if you do like aromatics, and if you want a different type of flavor, you try something, something else afterwards, or maybe you just go, you know what, I'm not really into the whole Black Cavendish thing. Whatever you may find yourself doing, this is still a good place to start. But for the seasoned smokers, don't waste your time. Just my opinion. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it as always, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.